It's really bad. So, yeah, there's no point to playing that again anymore. Except to show you the other enemy, the only other enemy in the game, which is the Phantom itself. Right down there, you can see it in the little box. But there he is. He's a Phantom. Yeah, Steel versus the Brutal Slasher Alien! Okay, he's not the Phantom, I thought he was the Phantom. Yeah. Ow. I keep telling him to go to the right, he's going to the left. And now he didn't register any of my movements. The movement controls in this game are terrible, they really are. But those are the two enemies you face. There might be more if you beat them, but I'm not going to find out. Now there's this one, which is Gunsuit's Agony. I have no idea what that's pun for. But basically you look and you press B button to attack, and you hold down the B button to charge, and you have to move the remote outside of the screen to reload. And that's pretty much it. This one's the one that plays decently. Oh. It's not very fun. But it at least is playable compared to the Kamen Yaiba one. So let's see how many points we can rack up. You have to shoot them after they've stopped running, because obviously it's polite to stop and wait. And eventually they're going to end up killing me. Where must my ammo go? As you can see, their health is going up. Come on. You see, I'm moving the remote off the screen, it's just not... And then they do stuff like this, where they give you 4 of these guys at once. Come on, move it off the screen, it should easily reload, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm about to die here. What really bugs me too about some of this is that, they have high scores. So someone in the development team had to spend hours, probably, racking up a high score, or they just came up with one out of thin air and placed it on as if they thought that you could do it. Either way, it's very sad. And basically I got the high score. Okay, never mind then, it's easy to get the high score. You win certain things if you get the high scores and stuff, and it's not worth going through the pain and agony of playing them. Now the only other game you can play is this one. Whack-a-mole, basically. It's like Whack-a-mole as if Mario's piranha plants turn into moles, and you're whacking them as they come out of pipes. Basically, you just match the swinging. Now this one, I'm going to be just flailing my remote around like a crazy person. That's all I'm going to do. You cannot actually try to do this, because otherwise it doesn't register it fast enough. But when you just flail around like a crazy person in various directions, it seems to interpret it as hitting the most recent one that pops out. You may miss 1 or 2 of them. But you should be able to get the entire high score for this game very easily. It just hurts your arm a lot after a while, and basically, there's no point in racking up the points anyway, because I believe it's scripted as to the contest winner of who gets the gold, the all-access pass. And it's not all it's cracked up to be either, and as you'll probably... Come on! There we go. See, you do end up missing a few, every now and then. But, yeah, got 55 of them just by waving my remote around in a circle. I mean, come on. And as you can see, I got the high score, which I got 3 other times when I first started playing the game, because I didn't know what continued the story. Receive BGM 21, which I believe is background music. Anyway, let's start off by talking to people. If I keep doing it like that, I won't be able to get anything. I have to just change it around a little. What is she looking at? What is that? I can't tell, it's too blurry. Then he starts asking her, "Hey, how's things going, Ran?" And she goes, "I'm entranced by the game." And then he goes, "Huh?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm really getting into this." And he says, "I'm sorry I interrupted your game. Good night." Well, he actually says good luck, but you get the picture. He just leaves her alone after that. So, from there, let's go and talk to Haibara. Haibara Ai, who is known as Anita something in this dub. You're pretty good. That's a really good high score. It's no big deal. I think I'm better than you, though. And she's very egotistical. Amy is willing to buy us anything if she gets the permanent pass. She's infatuated with Conan, who is totally indifferent to her. If I win that pass, I'm gonna eat a ton of eel! Yes, you eat that eel. Eel is totally the top food in the world, I guess. He really loves eel. If it's feeling good to talking to, leave it to me. I'm shooing to finish in first place. I'm sure to get my hands on that permanent pass. Now, what I don't get is the permanent pass thing is extended to all guests, okay? Just what are parents supposed to do if they don't if they don't play the games? They're automatically, disqualified because you can get a ton of points by playing the games. So it just seems a bit weird for them, the contest just seems a bit rigged. Anyway, let's see what Mori Kokoro is doing now and stuff. Watch the skill I forge playing slots every day, I'll get a top score! And slot machines are not, like Conan's saying, this machine must be broken. Nope, doesn't look like the machine's fault. So you talk to him twice, and he'll lose 1,000 points and forget the game and be all upset about it. And now that he's walking about, it is time for us to continue the game. Talk to him a third time, and he goes, "Oh, my handkerchief's not here. She'll be upset if I lost it again. Conan, you know anything about it?" "No, nothing at all." Like, how would I? And he tells us basically to look for his handkerchief. So now we get to look for his handkerchief. Which is, as Conan says, a warm-up to his detective skills. This is actually the tutorial. So the first thing we're going to be doing is talking. This is basically what we're going to be doing for the entire game. I'll show you this here, basically, I guess. Yes, we'll follow the tutorial. We get our first piece of information by talking with him. Information is like clues and answers. You have a series of clues and answers that are mixed up together. You have to determine what is the clue and what is the answer, as you'll see. But first you have to gather all the information by, most of the time, talking to people. Yes! That's why it's so important to know where people are, because you'll be going back and forth talking to people. And then he says, basically, "I spilled some juice into George's hands. He didn't get in his clothes, but his hands were kind of sticky, so we went to wash up." So we've got information about juice was spilled. So then we can talk to little girl here. I can't believe those boys. How can you forget to bring a handkerchief? It's kind of weird that she's just stating that as if, as if she's just thinking about it. So then we talk to her, and we get our third piece of information. And now we can talk to him, but he's just going to be going, "Oh, I'm hungry." Now we can talk to her, but she's only going to be going, "The arcade game looks like a success." And then she's basically going, "My dad's handkerchief? I remember it had a terrible design. I'm pretty sure he had it when we left home. He used it to wipe off some sweat." And we got our next piece of information. And now, you might think, "I've talked to everyone, now what?" Well, you haven't. You have to talk to her again. So, that's something you have to do a lot of in this game, actually. There's times you constantly have to talk to someone, like up to 3 times in a row, to get pieces of information. And if you're like speeding through the game, then you can just sit there and press A until they're done talking, then press A and you have to listen to them talk again. So basically she's telling us how to design that children wouldn't like. So, now we've gotten that piece of information. We have to talk to the culprit. Now you think this would be the point where you go, ah, you did it! But instead he just goes, oh, I had it! Which means he confessed. The mystery is solved. We don't have to worry about it at all. Just go talk to Richard. You know, just go talk to the guy. I'm starting to get mixed up between the two I'm starting to get mixed up between the two dub and sub names. I am as inconsistent as this game is. So basically, what we do is we press the 1 button, go to clue chain, which, as I said, is important. And here we have the clue chain. On the clue chain, small pieces of information are brought together. I need to gather key evidence to get closer to the truth. Then it will be time to look for some conclusive proof. This various details, such as how the crime was committed or the culprit's identity, can be understood. Well, I better try it out. He told you he did it! We don't need to reason anything! Anyway, this is the first mystery, basically. Now we have to start with the middle box here. I'll usually start with the bottom box and work my way up, but they like to have us go middle down for some reason. No idea why. So basically, these answers are... yeah, we can hit the replay button, and we'll basically be replaying the conversation, and it's pretty pointless mostly. Anyway, they say juice was spilled. That's one of the answers. This is one of the clues, basically, and the thing I hate about it is that sometimes things seem like they fit into certain areas, but they really don't. And here we go, a handkerchief was needed. And as we add it together, we get links, which basically add up as the game progresses. If you fail to get even one piece right, the link will go down to 0. And yeah, basically all it does is unlock extra stuff if you keep getting higher links. I think I'm pretty sure what all the answers are, so I'm going to be fine with that. When every small question mark is filled in, I can go for the really important evidence. There's no way of knowing what's important and what's not because they don't differentiate between it. So sometimes you'll place the answer into the bracket of the clues, and it's just going to be weird. Anyway, the answer for that one is this. George with no handkerchief. And there we go! 3 links. Now the game forces us to use the first Conan's hint, but I will not be using them at all for the rest of the game. Basically, if you get stuck, which you never should get stuck, you press the 2 button, I guess it does have a use, and you use a Conan's hint. We have to do this here. You press the 2 button, say yes, and he gets a sudden spark of inspiration! You know, that's the kind of thing that happens in the actual game, actual show, where he suddenly realizes something. Anyway, it tells us what to put there, so we have the first of our answers. So the next one is going to be terrible taste in design. She spotted it as they left home. The names here can throw you off. You have to read this paragraph and whatnot. So once we've selected that, we have the correct reasoning. 4 and 5. And then the last one for here is going to be her, because she's the last of basically the clues, I guess. Clues to the overall mystery, I guess, but it's really just weird.